Right, please take note that this is the report on activities of the association from the period June 2016 to the present, which is July 2017. Now, first of all, the standard procedure. The purpose and the intent of this report is to inform you, because this is the only time we get together as a complete, as a national organization. Throughout the year, we exist in our branches and in our regions, and we never get together to share ideas and see what the rest of AMESA is doing. So this is the point of this Congress, is to share ideas. And I'm taking the opportunity to share what other provinces are doing around the country. So the important thing is that you get a big picture of what you're doing, that what you're doing and what you're struggling with, and your challenges and successes are not just isolated to your branch or your region. Now, you are quite aware that we have an executive, we have a national council, which is represented by all the regions. We also have a national executive. These are just office bearers, servants, if you will choose that word, who are here to serve you. And you're quite familiar. Our president is VG Governor. Pusi Goba is our vice president. I don't know if you are. I know who you are. You're all familiar with Raj Governor, our treasurer. I'm the secretary. And then we have an additional member who is Anari Milner in front over here. Your regional representatives onto National Council are as follows. From the Eastern Cape, Mzwaki Sukutu, we call him Socks. Anthony Milne. From Free State, Gauteng, Friedrich Lavani. From KZN, Stembiso Kanhile. From Limpopo, Manari Satati, taking our minutes right now. Mpumalanga, Philip Mokwena. Northern Cape, Peace Majaki, Northwest, Fumotso Pilane, and I am representing by default the Western Cape. The National Council, the activities we had so far, we had National Council meetings since our last AGM on the 25th and 26th of June 2016 in the Mbombela. On the 3rd of February, due to cash constraints or financial constraints, we could only hold an executive meeting here in Port Elizabeth. Normally, in February, the entire council flies to one point to meet. As a council meeting, we could not afford it this time around. And then, of course, the council met on the 1st and 2nd of July, which is on Saturday and Sunday past. Right? I want to reflect briefly on the National Congress of 2016. You're quite aware it is held from the 27th of June to the 1st of July 2016 at Tshwane University of Technology, or TUT, in Mbombela. Our Congress Director is here, Azai Shabangu. I see him around. Co-Director Philip Mokwena, and the total number of delegates is a near record at 1,100, just over 1,100. Now, the thing you want to know is who's well represented, and I couldn't notice how it's become quite a trend where we try to see which province outnumbers which province. Who's got the most delegates at this Congress? And here are the figures, and these are only registration figures. We don't know who's present and who's not present here. So Eastern Cape 77, Free State 192, Gauteng 48, KwaZulu-Natal 32, Limpopo 159, Mpumalanga 44, Northern Cape 6, Northwest Province 273. I think you should give them a hand. And you know, Northwest, this has also become a trend, that Northwest outnumbers everybody. Even when the nearest contender at the time, which was Limpopo Province, right? And Free State have their conferences. When Limpopo had their conference, we were inundated. I think we had almost 300 people from Northwest. Right? So well done to Northwest. Welcome to the chairperson and all the branch chairpersons as well. Right, a total of 852 people you can see have registered for this Congress. and we may not all be here at the same time. Now, I want to report briefly on the national office, and because this is an ongoing problem, you're quite aware that Nolene Thompson is our membership secretary, and all queries regarding membership must be directed to her. And then you're familiar with Nombulelo Mandindi. She's the office secretary as well and deals with all the queries relating to events and other issues and problems that we have, which I don't want to mention all of. But especially you see Nombulelo busy during the annual national congresses. Now, an ongoing problem is also that when you renew your membership, you must please post both the deposit slip, the receipt, and the membership form to Nolene and to Nombulelo. Give us much detail. Don't just send your cell phone number. They cannot track you down. There's so many times when we get money in, membership fees paid, and we don't know who it must go to. We don't know who, so give all the information, give your names. If it's a school, if you can send a list of, if it's an institutional membership, the name of the school, the town of the school, the postal code, contact number, and the names of all the teachers who consider themselves members of AMESA, so we can make a link. We have it on our records. In the event of you having your regional conferences, and this is to the branch, the regional chair people and secretaries, the regional secretary must draw up a list of the new members, and this must accompany the payment. Recently we had and I sound like I'm scolding now, am I not? But recently we had a payment made from a region, and we didn't know what it was for. Right, so you must please send all the information. Right? And lastly, in terms of our national office, I want to thank Nolene, Nombulelo, and Corley, and in conjunction with all the students and Tulsi and his entire team for running the system. I'm sure you will agree with me that they deserve a hand when it comes to the registration process. I think Tulsi bragged, they said that nobody spent more than 4 minutes at the desk. Give them a hand, please. Right, so now we've seen what the registration is like. I want to show you what the distribution of membership is like for the country. You can see the numbers there. Now this is different to registration at the conference, eh? This is the people who came to the conference. Okay, now I'm going forward again. These are the people who are here. This is the membership. Right, so these people haven't all come. Now what's very concerning is that we have taken a drop. Last year we had over 2,000 members. Now I don't know what it is, if it's the curriculum or what caused teachers to drop out, but we have just got 1,400. We've lost 600 members. This is a big issue for us. And I'm preaching to the converted, but you know why you come here and why you spend a whole week here at the Congress. To come and learn, to come and share ideas. I think everybody needs to put some effort into getting additional colleagues to join AMESA and neighboring schools to join as well. And those branches must get more schools to join as well. Any questions on this? Comments? Right. Now, what I did was, I was wondering if there was some sort of correlation between the regional membership and the branches. I think there is possibly, because branches bring people closer together. And so I've taken the membership there, numbers from the previous page, and I put the active branches next to that. That's the number of active branches. Do you see a pattern? Right, so you can see nationally we have 61 branches and 1,396 members. Right, now the next thing, I maintain that we maintain our membership and we attract membership by nature of our activities. Right? So the more activities we have, the more of service we are. That's the point of having AMESA. So that we can help teachers and help teachers grow in terms, and we can help ourselves grow in terms of our thinking. So I did this little table which summarizes the activities in each province. You can see that across the country, at the bottom here, we had, bottom right-hand corner, we had 133 total activities across the country. Now, I don't think that that's enough. If you look at provinces like, the regions like KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng, and even to an extent Free State and Limpopo, you can see that there's a lot more activities than others. So I'm going to challenge Eastern Cape, and I'm going to challenge Mpumalanga and Northern Cape and the Northwest. You can see that there's a lot of effort into getting more activities, more service to the teachers. Encourage your members to do things, to run workshops, to have discussions as AMESA members. I'm going to leave that up for you to look at for another minute. You see, some people have some notes there under maths challenges and Olympiads, and those serve the children really well. And also, some provinces have under National Science and Maths Week events. They've also got notes. We don't want to see any notes on this table next year. Can we make a deal that we will do that? We're going to make an effort not to have any zeros at all on this table. Now, AMESA is not just activities. AMESA's also got wonderful publications in terms of those three. And if you're familiar with those, if you're a member, you should be receiving these. We have Pythagoras, which is our research publication. Learning and Teaching Mathematics, LTM, edited by Duncan Sampson. And Duncan made a point in his report, his annual report. He said that there's an increased number of submissions applicable to grades 1 to 9. Now that means if you're a member and you're a primary school teacher, and I know there are a lot here, go and have a look at those books. There are lots of brilliant ideas of the level that you find here at the Congress. People publish these. Then we have the AMESA News, with our editor, Busi Goba. AMESA also has many committees. We have an advertising committee headed up by the president. The curriculum committee headed up by the president and the secretary, the treasurer. And then we have sponsorship committee and also the website committee. And we still have Alwyn Olivier looking after that for us, and along with our Facebook page. And people are already posting about the Congress on the Facebook page. But you know what? I noticed that there are more complaints than anything else. Now, I know that yesterday was telling and trying, and last night as well, by nature of our own fault, as Nosisi has pointed out to us. But I want to challenge you to go on. And I want you to admit that this has not been a bad conference. In fact, things have gone very smoothly. Most things have gone very smoothly. And if you have something good to say, I'd like to challenge you to say something good about this Congress as well. Go online, go onto the Facebook, and say what you think. We don't want to have only, bad news is always good news. Bad news is always news. Good news is never news. Let's turn it around. We live with enough negativity every day. Right, so go on there tonight, or if you're on your phone, right now, post something good. Right, and then also we sit on Sansimu, and the members, our members who sit on Sansimu, which is the South African National Committee on International for the International Mathematics Union, is Dr. Jaya Naidu from the University of KZN. Professor Percy Sapeng, I saw him here somewhere yesterday, I don't know if he's here now, as well as Dr. Debbie Stott, who presented, and I believe is here. And then a particular moment of pride for us is that just after last year's AGM, last year's Congress, Professor Jill Adler from WITS was elected as the ICME president in Germany in July 2016. But I think it's the first president from Africa, was he? Yeah, and ICME is probably the most prestigious international mathematics conference that we know of, that exists. Highly, highly regarded. So we have our own South African, the people from Gauteng can feel particularly proud, Freddie. Give it a hand. Then we have our usual partnerships. SAMF, South African Maths Foundation. And they run the Olympiad, National Science Week, they fund the Mathematics Challenge and the problem solving and training workshops that they fund, of course. And I want to encourage you to get your teachers and your students to at least get involved in the Maths Olympiad. Right? If you want them to be involved in thinking about mathematics at a higher level. And of course, National Science Week, it used to be National Maths Week. Let's get the title back to National Maths Week. Get more children involved. We have a mathematics challenge. And then the problem solving workshops, I know those are running, not as broadly as we'd like it to. We also have a representation on the advisory committee for mathematics, ACM. And I want to tell you also that our outgoing treasurer, Professor Rajan Govender, has been elected as the new chairman of ACM. Give him a hand for that, please. Then our other partners obviously are the Department of Basic Education. That's who most people work for. And then the Department of Science and Technology. That is all. Thanks. I think I've taken much.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause to our secretary. Can I have someone to move for the adoption of the National Council report from June 2016 to July 2017? A mover, please. To move for the acceptance of the report as outlined again. Stay Kanile is the mover. Seconder? Name, sir?
MJ Lakalakala.
MJ Lakalakala. Thank you. We now go on to the financial report and budget. And our treasurer, Rajan Govender, has been with us as treasurer since 2013. I must say, as president, never mind we share the same surname, okay? That's it. That's just a coincidence. I've known him for a very long time, but he's working very, very hard as our treasurer. And it's his last budget, financial report and budget. And I must say that over the past 4 years, there's lots of systems that have been introduced in AMESA to take our responsibilities as responsible officers of managing our finances, your money, our sponsors' money, etc., for the benefit of AMESA members and maths education at large. Rajan has done sterling work, and I want you to give him a round of applause for what will be his final financial and budget report. Really great working with him, but I don't think he'll be lost to AMESA because he will be involved in AMESA in some other capacity. Now over to Rajan. Another round of applause.
Good afternoon, colleagues. It's nice to see the AGM quite full. Colleagues, it is my pleasure to present you the financial report for the 2016 financial year, which is the period 1 January 2016 to 31st December 2016. AMESA's financial year is a year which starts on the 1st and ends on the 31st of December. It is really a task to put the financial statement together for an organization of this nature, but it was a learning curve for me. I learned a lot about systems and how to do it. And so I want to say to you that you have a copy of the financial report in front of you. I will give you a few minutes to peruse that before I actually start the presentation, because much of my presentation is on the report. And if you have any specific questions, I will answer those questions. If you have a copy, you can just share the copy, and we will flag the copy as well just now. The money available for AMESA activities is quite tight. So there was a lot of austerity measures put in place by the council to manage the affairs of AMESA and to ensure that we continue and sustain our activities for AMESA. So there has been some cutting down of expenses, like cutting down the National Council meeting to one until we come back. But I think the plans that we put in place, I think we are almost there now. We're almost there. After this conference, we will have a better report for you. Okay. So this is the regional subsidies that's due to the regions, and we calculate the subsidies that's due to the regions. For this is the 2016 subsidies that was due to the regions, and it is calculated on the membership as of October of that particular year. So for 2016, these are the subsidies that were accounted for, and one of the very strict measures we have, if we do not receive the audited financial report of a particular region for the 2015 year during July 2016, or before even I do the payment, I do not pay, because council says so. Okay? But now you'll see which reasons are paid, and those which are unpaid, we have received those financial statements. We have kind of approved them at this council meeting, so they will be paid, right? Okay. And so, for AMESA Congress 2016, and we need to understand how we work. Our financial year, we have AMESA Congress books, and what we do at the end of the year, we leave 10,000 rand on the 31st of December for the new LOC. For example, the new LOC started this year on 1st of January, so we gave them 10,000 seed money to start off, So at the end of the year, we see whatever money is there and we take it out. So the 20,100, we took it out of the AMESA 2016 Congress and put it in the national account provisionally. But that's not our profit, you understand? But in principle, whatever profit we do make, we give 40% back to the region and we keep 60% in the national account. So if the 20,100 is the profit, Mpumalanga would ought to get 8040, but we cannot give 8040 now. We have some refunds to do, which some of you know, and we were dealing with the memorabilia thing, which I think has been now amicably sorted out, and we posted those memorabilia to each of those candidates, delegates who did not receive the memorabilia at the 2016 Congress itself. So if you have any more queries about the memorabilia, you contact Mandini, and she will attend to that, right? But we are here, and we promise to resolve these issues of any more outstanding items. But you must understand it is a challenge in terms of memorabilia. So that's why we put in a new system now. So those of you who came to this Congress, you saw it worked. Right? You received your memorabilia. So that's how the system that we will adopt as years go by. Okay, this is just to inform you that we are, as discussed last year, agreed to pay 50,000 rand a year to Northern Cape, and we owe Northern Cape 164,0990 rand. Right? This is just the AMESA 2015 Congress financial statement. I want to say that that document has been submitted and it has been approved, and we have no challenges with that. So thank you for Limpopo region for your cooperation and the management of the finances for the 2015 Congress. It was a clean report. Does it go back? The 2016 financial statement, I want to also say that given all the challenges that we had, but I want to say that, and once again, thank you to the Mpumalanga region for cooperating with us, just like Limpopo region, and getting a clean audited financial statement approved. Okay? Thank you, Mpumalanga. This is coming now to our main account, which is our national account. We have a reserve fund, and here are the account numbers. And those are the balances on the right-hand side in that account as of 31st December. And then in terms of our cash, what is in our current account, we have 180,000. And we have a deposit plus account because we earn a lot of interest in that money kept there, and it's 603,000. And we have an education fund which is 35,000 rand. And I've indicated the amounts due here to Northern Cape as at 31st December last year was that amount, and the amount due to Mpumalanga for the 2016 Congress is that amount provisional, and the subsidy refund due to regions, because we did not pay on some of the regions because we didn't have the financial statements, that's the amount, and the auditor's remuneration is that. And the statement of the financial position, you can see the comparison between the two. The reserve fund is higher than the 2015 one. The cash in our account is 819,000 compared to that, and our total assets is 1,081,000. Not a lot of money. And then there is the current liabilities, right? That's just a summary of what is in the statement in front of you. Is that the end? Okay. The financial year, let's put the summary together for you. The Congress 2016, it was not a profit, it's the money that came into the account, right? But it went out. And the member fees, membership in the Oppenheimer Trust, that has given us a sponsorship of 200,000 rand. And other income, because we have the journal, Pythagoras, and universities use it, and we get some money through that. And the interest received on the account was 10,955 rand. And our expenditure, those are the